What is up, YouTube? My name is Ninja Gamer, and today we'll be casting yet another pro level game. I guess one of them is Grandmaster and one of them is Grandmaster, and supposedly Chris is popular because Cookiejar here is asking, is this the Chris? So Chris vs Cookiejar, we're gonna be going ahead and playing this, casting this game. Chris is Red Protoss and Cookiejar here is Zerg. And I just want to remind our viewers that this is going to be part of the series Silver League casts pro games. The intention of this being that I kind of suck at Starcraft, so I want to learn how to get better, and why not watch some people who are actually pretty good play the game and observe what they do drastically different. So Zerg here is going ahead and starting with the hatchery as the very first thing to do, which is kind of interesting. And Protoss similarly pretty much makes a nexus first alongside a pylon and a gateway. So early expansions on both sides. I'm trying to see here. He's got two overlords. I'm guessing they don't really supply block each other. They're going for 3 base even before the spawning pool, unbeknownst to Chris, I believe, who hasn't even spotted him. And I do like just checking out the player cameras because the amount of stuff that they do is pretty unbelievable. Although right now Chris isn't. Yeah, it's just insane how much multitasking is actually going on here. One thing that I do need to do is start hawking the location of the expansions. Let's go ahead and see how Chris scouts the map, his opponent, checking out what he has, and I guess he's pinging for the third, seeing if he's going to have a third base. It's kind of impressive to see right away that he knows to check for the third base. I don't know what indicated to him that he should. Maybe it was just the lack of structures and units in general that made him believe that he should have a third, and it looks like he's probably checking for a fourth as well. In the meantime, Cookiejar here is on 3 base. I'm curious to see what his sort of game perspective looks like. He is making a couple Zerglings, and I'm just going to break frame for just 1 second here. That's interesting. He pretty much prioritized the queens kind of late, and he has really no idea where his opponent is either. But it's incredible to see the amount of drones that both players have. I mean, they almost have like 30 drones within the first 3 minutes and literally nothing else, and that is pretty surprising to see. And usually even the speed at which he got the queen was pretty late in comparison to what I've done. So I guess a trend I'm seeing is really heavily prioritizing worker construction over anything else. And there goes the exciting music. He's brought the mothership core to the forefront, and he's making a couple gateways, and he really quickly activated the photon overcharge. And I'm curious as far as map awareness goes. I would say neither party is significantly doing a good job of map awareness, but what do I know? So yeah, exciting music's happening. They're pretty much on par. I feel like one thing that I should keep in mind, or one sort of memory trick that I could use is, like, I feel like when it's 4 minutes they have close to 40 probes, and when it's 3 minutes they have 30 probes. So at every minute that progresses into the game, you should have at least 10 workers multiplied by the first minute of the game, if that makes any sense. Yeah, probably not. Anyway, I'm gonna check out their APM here. It's really fast, 140, 134. So looks like he's gone ahead and made made a ton of roaches, pushing out. Chris should be aware of that coming in, or maybe not. He has made a significant number of warp gates. He's 5 gateways and 3 warp gates. He is going to go ahead and get a robotics facility. But yeah, I'm not actually sure if he knows it. And I guess I was wrong. There was no attack coming in. Whoa! He just warped in a ton of Dark Templars. Let's go ahead and see how this pans out. Roaches being produced significantly. Units, 9 Dark Templars versus 12 roaches. Oh my gosh, and he's hitting his main base as well as his expansion. I'm going to go ahead and focus in on this expansion. The Spore Colony is not detecting that at all. He's actually hitting all 3 bases at the same time, as you can see in the mind map. This one looks like was about to go down. And his DTs are barely... Oh man, he was so close to killing these hatcheries, but the Zerg player reacted pretty quickly to that actually, and just barely survived. But that would have been a pretty significant attack, or a significant success. It looks like this hatchery is going to go down, but alas, his Cookiejar is making a 4th expansion. I'm curious to know if this one will go down as well. Oh, but he looks like he's already made another hatchery, and he's moving out his units, guys. 23 Zerglings and a bunch of roaches. Oh, and he catches the pylons. Oh wow, so you've got those 2 pylons, which does trigger the photon overcharge. Oh, and he's got the disruptors. Oh my. I'm not really sure who's gonna win this battle. Oh, and the DT that was hiding in the base goes back to work on the layer. And it looks like this will be going down unless he is able to get his what are those detectors called? Overseers here on time. And I'm curious. Oh, I think he did a transfuse on that. Instantly restores 125 life to target biological unit or structure. So that was a very good play by Cookiejar. So far, it would seem that Chris's use of DTs is really screwing this guy over. I mean, he pretty much just killed all his hatcheries. That was an amazing play there. It's really hard just keeping track of what all is happening here. Yeah, I was just about to say, in terms of units killed and workers killed, Chris is also heavily in the lead. And in terms of income, Chris is now significantly in the lead. So that was pretty interesting. And in terms of structures, he's got 9 warp gates at the 9-minute mark, and 1 forge, DTs. He did not research Blink, and he has not upgraded his units yet. And there goes the GG after he has gone ahead and killed pretty much all his hatcheries through DTs. That was insane, guys. Wow. Incredible. I'm curious how many workers they have. 62, so it looks like 62, so it looks like yeah, like 20 probes per mineral per base. Oh, and he hid the Dark Shrine here with the Twilight Council. That was really sneaky. I'm curious to know if Cookiejar, yeah, he never even scouted that far, so that was super sneaky. I'm curious what else. He did have another secret pylon here and an observer here, so he didn't have too many scouting mechanisms going on. But I am really curious, when did he conduct that drop? It was like, it was insane how much he was managing at one time. So his main base, so his expansion was getting hit. I'm gonna go ahead and focus on the player camera here. He does go ahead and he does a really good job of multitasking here. I'm just gonna focus on that for a bit, sort of see things from his perspective here. Alright, so there's the drop. He's getting ready. Alright, so he already has that prepared as the Zerg, and he actually sends those two to this expansion, which you can see in the minimap right now, and he's hitting that. And then, as soon as that goes down, he drops Zealots to finish that off. And he warps in even more guys, and he saves his troops. So that was ridiculous. That was absolutely ridiculous. Alright. Yeah. That was a really good game. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was really insightful for me, even though it was kind of hard to keep up with such high level gameplay. But I'm trying to pick up some tips here and there. And what I'm noticing is disruptors are pretty good, and making a ton of probes is a pretty good idea, although after 60 he didn't make any more. Multitasking, definitely on point. And yeah, making a significant number of structures as well. And expanding very quickly on both sides was pretty critical. So I will talk to you guys later. Please consider liking, subscribing, commenting, or sharing. And see you guys next time. Have a wonderful day, and goodbye.